Super flexy shaft, super stiff shaft. I want to talk you through what bending the shaft will or will not do. We've lived in an era where we believe that flex in the shaft either is too much or too little. The reality is absolute rubbish. The flex in the shaft, how much it steps out and kicks, is really not going to determine too much how the golf ball bends right or bends left. I'm going to make a golf swing here with my 7-iron that's fitted. Got the club speed up, early swings this morning. Not my best attempt there. It's 7 a.m. and these are my first swings. There we go, that was a little bit more like it. And you can see I'm producing around 83 miles an hour and 170 yards of carry. I'm not going too hard at it. I want to make this test as even and as fair as possible. Again, nuts and bolts, the same data. Now I'm going to get myself a club shaft. Now this baby is super flexible, super soft. Now you can understand that with this being a lady shaft and at lady's length, this is significantly lighter. Significantly lighter. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to stand up here, I'm going to make a swing with it, and let's see what happens. Now I immediately feel a much, much lighter golf club. I've come straight out of the bag with 83 miles an hour, 173 carry. Going to go straight in with another golf shot. Now the reality is, what I'm feeling, maybe I should play ladies golf clubs. What I'm feeling is a golf club that has quite a lot of load and quite a lot of flex in it. I'm feeling that off of the golf ball because of how flexible it is. But what I'm not feeling is any difference in the pull phase. In the pull phase, when the shaft is being loaded, I'm feeling no different. And you won't feel any difference too. What you'll actually feel is the weight. The weight differential between these two clubs will ultimately allow you to feel the golf club lag and load. And when we think about the images on this thumbnail with Brooks Koepka with a shaft that is flexing, there will be an optimal range of how much that shaft flexes based on how heavy the golf club is, how strong you are as a golf club, and how hard you pull the golf club from the top. And I promise you, you will be someone that pulls the golf club from the top. That goes for everybody. You've got a weight in your hands, you go up to the top, you are bringing that golf club down to strike something. I absolutely promise you, you are pulling the golf club. How heavy the golf club is will dictate, and the way you move will dictate your coordination down at the bottom of the swing. So as you become a better player, the harmony of hitting a shot with a super flexible shaft that's light and swinging a golf club that's super heavy and is a bit more taut because of the weight, because there's more product, more carbon, more steel, more graphite in the club itself, will add the torsion to it. In terms of what the flex is doing, is minimal. So my advice to you is, if you can cope with something heavier, always go with a heavier golf club over a lighter one. The heavier the golf club is, the lighter, if your grip is a good one, the lighter you're able to grip the golf club in the pull phase. And the lighter you grip the golf club in the pull phase, the more you will start, the lighter your grip is and the heavier the club is. When you pull the club, you'll start to see the club lag and load more. And when you start to see the club lag and load more, the fact that it's heavy and it's got some flex in it, you will see the shaft bend. But the stronger the golfer, the heavier the golf club, The heavier the golf club, the less flex it has. And so if you were to watch a club golfer swinging at 75 miles an hour and then you saw a tour player swinging a golf club at 120 miles an hour, the load profile, the shape of the shaft would nuts and bolts be in the same window, because the weight of the golf club will match the golfer's pull and the golfer's swing. So for a lady that has levers that don't load as much and pushes the golf club out, they will benefit from a lighter club because that's easier to do. But then you get the next lady that comes along and loads it and has more set in the golf club on the way down because of the way she uses her levers, as opposed to the lady that uses her levers in this way. They're going to require two different golf clubs. The person that's pulling it, loading it, needs something heavier. The person that is pushing it away is going to feel that they need something lighter. But again, that could quite easily be that the lady that's pushing it away would want something heavier to make her feel like she can load it. Depends on what she's working on with her golf coach. And the reason why I use a lady is because I've got a ladies golf club, and they tend to be, ladies tend to push the club head away because they don't use their levers appropriately, because they don't invariably grip the golf club as well as they should do, because they're not maybe as conscious about grip and mechanics as maybe male golfers are. That's just my experience. So I think understanding that this flex that we see in the shaft, the load that we see in the shaft, and the reason why I brought this to the fore is because I had a chap on the channel that said, can you talk about the load in the shaft? The load in the shaft does flex. It does flex, but it's uniform almost. It's uniform across all golfers. If you had 100 golfers in front of you and you all got them in the pull phase, if they were properly fitted, you would see a lion's share of the amount of shaft, of bend profile at the top. So understand that what you're actually feeling when you're thinking about the bending of the shaft is actually your opportunity to load the shaft in transition. The heavier it is, the easier it is for you to feel that. The lighter it is, if you went out into the back garden and you picked yourself up a cane, how you then feel it load would be much harder to feel because the club is lighter. And because it's lighter, it then has less inertia down at the bottom for when it tries to swing. I want to say a big thanks to my channel sponsor, GX Golf Gloves. These gloves are trusted by tour players and elite amateurs. Go check out GX Golf Gloves, enter in good coaching, and you'll receive 10% off your next glove order. Go check them out. And what you do to make that club swing will be different because it's lighter. But when it's heavier, there'll be a tipping point when the club loads and swings and gives you more inertia at the bottom. So my premise would always be go heavier, don't go lighter. And once you understand that and you understand how to move, you will start to really get the benefits of a heavier club over a lighter club. I hope that that's given you some insight into what this shaft flex does over the weight of it. The weight is the crucial aspect in conjunction with how you use your levers. I think you'll find that's good coaching, and I'll see you next time.